according to MyAnimeList.net, Momotaro Umi no Shukai was the first anime Japanese film feature-length. It was a war propaganda movie released with 120,000 yen funding from the Ministry of the Navy. It was a war propaganda movie, and it was considered lost following the end of World War II. It was rediscovered in 1982, however. The first anime to come overseas, however, is the one and only Mighty Atom, illustrated and written by Osamu Tezuka. You may know Mighty Atom by another name, which is Astro Boy. Astro Boy was so popular that it soon came to the United States. However, in Japan, when the final episode aired, 40% of the Japanese population that owned a television set had watched it. Now, you may be asking yourself right about now, what is the difference between cartoons and anime? Some people think that anime and cartoons are completely different, but in reality, they are very similar. Anime is just a Japanese term for animation, any kind of animation. So in reality, anime is just Japanese cartoons. Since it is made in Japan, Japanese is the language it usually is in. But there are people who subtitle it or translate it into English. So by the time it's released, it is basically the same as anime, as cartoons. So let's move on to the life lessons we can learn from anime. After thinking about the anime I've watched over the past 2 years, I realized that anime can teach us things. These things we can implement into our lives and make us better people. So the first life lesson is going to be from Naruto. And it teaches us that hard work beats talent 100% of the time. In Naruto, it follows the life and training of the title character Naruto, who is in a world where there are no high-grade weapons, where anything and everything is done by ninja of various grades. Naruto is initially troubled and unskilled, and he teams up with a highly gifted Sasuke and then Sakura to form Team 7 under guidance of a higher level. Near the end of the anime, Naruto and Sasuke end up fighting. Sasuke, who was previously able to beat Naruto easily with his raw talent, ends up losing to Naruto because of his hard work. Now, it's the same for real life. Let's use the story of the turtle and the hare. The turtle is determined to win and works hard, while the hare is filled with natural talent for speed and ends up taking a nap midway through the race, which this allows the turtle to win the race. It's the same for real life. If you work harder than everyone else, you will succeed. Michael Phelps says something just along the lines of this, quote, "There will be mistakes, there will be doubters, there will be obstacles, but with hard work, there are no limits," end quote. And we all know how well that worked out for Michael Phelps. He has 28 Olympic medals, the most out of anyone has ever received. Let's move on to the second life lesson, which comes from the anime One Piece. It teaches us that it's okay to accept help. Young Monkey D. Luffy, endowed with stretching powers from the legendary Gum Gum Devil's Root, travels towards the Grand Line with his 9 fellow crew members in search of the One Piece, the greatest treasure in the world. Each crew member had one thing in common that brought them together. They all had their own goals that they wanted to accomplish on their own, but they knew they couldn't. Luffy says something just along these lines in episode 808. Quote, "Make sure to come back, Sanji. Without you, I can't become the king of the pirates." End quote. Some people believe that accepting help makes you look weak or uncool, but in reality, accepting help, knowing when you need help makes you smart, and accepting help makes you stronger. With the help of the fellow crew members, each member is well on their way to getting what they wanted, and it's because they knew it's okay to accept help. Let's take a look at the Bible to see what it says about this. Quote, in Proverbs, quote, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Submit to him in every way, he'll make your path straight." End quote. The third life lesson brings me back to one of my favorites, Dragon Ball Z. The evil Frieza is in search, who destroyed the Bardock, the Saiyan planet in the Battle of Bardock, is in search of this Dragon Balls to become immortal. The Z Warriors, which one of them is the character Goku, find out about his plot and travel to space to stop him. During their battle, Goku gets hit with an attack that should have ended in his inevitable death. But he managed to defy the odds, which is a life lesson this anime teaches, and he defeats Frieza with the superpowers he never realized he had. Now, for this life lesson, we may not have superpowers just like Goku, but we can defy the odds just like him. Let's take a look in Philippians 4 to see what it has to say about this. Quote, I can do all this who gives me strength. End quote. It says right here that God helps us to defy the odds of our trials and temptations. The final life lesson can be seen through all the anime I've talked about and is the most important. God shows himself to us in every way possible. For some, we just have to be willing to be able to see what he's trying to tell us. For some, it may be through biking, fishing, hiking, photography, bird watching. For me, I see God through anime. In what ways in your life is God teaching you, is showing himself? Thank you.